I don't want to deal with,
I know you've seen Brandon, the meme going around with Brandon Marshall recently.
No.
All right, so because it just ties into your point like perfectly.
Right about now, you are listening to the Legacy and Leadership Podcast.
Lyric us.
Happy year.
Still to be happy about.
You're up too old.
Job's not finished.
Legacy is what you leave behind. Leadership is how you are defined. Tomorrow, I don't know the sun gon' shine. So today, I'm trying to replenish my mind. Legacy, leader, yeah. Legacy, leaders, yeah.
So we're going to jump into the first one. And as entrepreneurs, even as an individual, we're never necessarily short on ego, and especially people who want to excel and succeed in life and stuff like that. So again, it's not a bad thing, but there's always that double-edged sword, right? So the ego, this type of person with an ego, they just love to spout their information and their point of view, right? But it's not really with the goal of trying to help people. Like, they just want to talk because they love hearing their voice, and they want to make sure that other people hear their voice and hear their opinions, even if you didn't even really ask their opinion. Again, they just love to hear themselves talk, and they really have unique ideas, but a lot of it is just kind of unfounded, not necessarily facts or data behind it. They just like to yell. I think about close friends in high school, and like we would get into conversations and then arguments about sports and stuff like that, and then it's just like the loudest person kind of wins, and it's just like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with
I know you've seen Brandon, the meme going around with Brandon Marshall recently.
No.
All right, so because it just ties into your point like perfectly, right? So basically, that they have that podcast where some of the former football players, Brandon Marshall, Ocho Cinco, Brandon,
yes,
I think it's Brandon Spikes, but they get together and they talk through different sports concepts. They're interviewing folks for their podcast. Well, they started getting the subject of contracts and the disparity of contracts between NBA and the NFL. Okay. And Brandon Marshall was passionate that his understanding is that NBA contracts are not fully guaranteed, which is not true. They are fully guaranteed. But, like, his response to it when they were challenging him on that, like, man, that's not the case. Like, they are fully. He's like, bro, like, matter of fact, it's going to be the picture. I'm going to use his face as the picture for this episode cover. Because it's just like him yelling, like, it is, like, veins popping out, like, just the loudest person in the room. And so they went viral, and people took that image of him yelling unnecessarily, and then one of the NBA players actually responded to it like, "You're completely wrong, bruh," because the contracts are 100% guaranteed, right? So back to your point, that person that's rooted in like ego just wants to be the loudest person in the room. Maybe their opinion is not even rooted in facts. They're passing on secondhand information that they've heard and they didn't even fully understand or digest. Mm-hmm. They just want to be in the mix of being the mix, right? It actually makes me think about, because again, going back to meme culture and stuff like that, like when news of the stimulus started coming around, and all of these folks that were talking about, see, now what y'all need to do is you need to take that 600 started LLC. Individuals who are not tax professionals, individuals who have not even taken like started one business in their mind. They haven't even visited LegalZoom.com, right?
Yeah.
But they want to sit here and preach to you around like how you really should be doing it. And so our advice for our entrepreneurs is to be wary of individuals like that have never tried to build something themselves, have never put their own skin in the game, have never done their own diligence. They've never even shown a desire to educate themselves in some of these areas, yet they expound ideas as if they have expertise in this area, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're talking about, hey, I want to build a online retail business, an e-commerce business, I want to build a cleaning business, I want to build a consulting business. And they come in having never done any of those things. Now, well, what you really need to do, because they say less than half of the businesses are actually successful. And so really you should take that, bruh, You're just trying to be in the conversation to be in the conversation, right? So you got to guard yourself from that. So, yeah, man, the personality type that is the ego is definitely one of the more dangerous ones to have in your inner circle if they exist. You just got to have a keen eye for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
You have just listened to the Legacy and Leadership Podcast, hosted by Jimmy Gonzalez and Devon Watts. Thank you, and we hope that you live, lead, and leave a legacy worth remembering. Until next time.